Okay, Barton Level 5, Lesson 9. So we do a quick review. These are more prefixes. We're going to do a quick review of the four that we know, which is in, dis, non, and un. They all mean not. Okay, so let's get into something new. We're going to work with the base word match. And if something is not the right match, we would say it is a mismatch. Again, I point out that miss is only spelled with one S here. Okay, so it's a prefix. It means wrong. So not the right match. If we have a word like spell and we want it to mean spelled wrong, we would say misspell. Now, there are two S's here, one from the base word and one from the prefix. But as a reminder, you don't change how you spell the base word when you're adding a prefix. Changes the meaning of the word a lot, does not change the spelling. So you can have misconduct, which would be the wrong conduct or the wrong behavior. You can misspend your money or misspent. Again, two S's, one from the prefix and one from the base word. And so then we review. These are the prefixes we have. And now we're going to talk about the prefix sub. Sub actually has two meanings. It means either smaller or below. So when you're renting a car, for instance, and you get a subcompact, that's a very small car. So that's below a small car. A subset of dishes is a smaller set of dishes. And the subway is underground. So the subway, a way to get, that's not under, but I always use the word below, okay? So subtropics are just below the equator. Is that right? No, it's a smaller tropical region. Subequatorial would be under the equator. Okay. A smaller plot in a movie. So I always use Harry Potter as an example because that's something most kids know, but you can certainly choose a movie that's relevant to your own kids. But I always talk about how Harry and Ginny, you know, how they fall in love at the end. That's like a subplot of Harry Potter. So those are the first two prefixes we learned. Miss, meaning wrong, sub, meaning smaller or below. The next ones that we learn are re, meaning again. So something that you fill again is re. And we see it in a word like recommit or reelect. I like this word being in here because again, you can see one E from the prefix, one from the base word, and you have to say both of them. So it's easy to see again when you're working on tiles, reelect. It's trickier when you put it onto the words because often they'll say reelect, and that's not the word you want. You want reelect, okay? Reinvest. Again, it's tricky when it's next to a vowel, but you got to say both of those, reinvest. So we have our new, these are the three prefixes that we worked on. And then the last one would be pre, meaning before. So you prepay, like your tuition, you prepay it, you pay it before. Pre-shrunk, something that's already shrunk, it shrunk before. Pre-existing, a pre-existing condition is something that existed before. All right, I would house these and write these in my Barton notebook. And then let's take a look at the practice work. Okay, so first one is just going to be making some phrases or making some sentences together. The second one, I went ahead and filled that out for you. So change the order of the syllables to create a real word, then write it on the line. So I think I have all of those done for you. You can take a screenshot if you want. But those are done. And then the last one is box off each prefix and or suffix and figure out the meaning. So the only ones I'd like to kind of talk about are, there's a couple like misspellings has two suffixes, repayments has two suffixes, but sub-index doesn't have any suffixes. If your student says micro is a prefix, they're not wrong. They just haven't been taught that yet. So in the word submicroscopic, I would just have them highlight sub because that's the only prefix that I've taught them. But if they're advanced or if they already know that micro is a prefix and then scope or scopic would be your base word, that is great. All right, so that's that. And oh, that's it. Okay, and then fluency drills. I would do the same thing. If your student is struggling at all, I want them finding the prefixes and finding the suffixes and looking for the base words, misspelling. And just continue on that way. There are 2 pages here. As always, great time to talk about vocabulary. And just like always, reading isn't memorizing, it's decoding. Have a great day. We'll see you later.